everyone, and welcome to the Italian Grand Prix at l'Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. And we are here and about to go out for my qualifying lap. And yes, you will notice that I am doing a commentary, if you haven't noticed already. I don't usually do one, but I did promise a certain someone, Jacko, that I would do one if I ever won a race. Here we go, we set my first qualifying time there, which is a 21.1, which I'm quite proud with, to go out and set a first lap of that time. And I was not sure if at this point it would be beaten or not, but here is my pole lap. And we get off to a great start by crossing the line. And we head towards the first corner here, brake nice and early like I usually do, go across the chicane, and we get out of there with quite a good run. Not much wheel spin there, and I think this is going to be quite a good time at the end of this sector, so I'm already happy with this lap. And I'm pretty sure I'll be up on my previous one, and I am by 4/10. I actually got a personal best time in that sector of a 27.6. My previous lap was a 28.1. And we get through the Lesmos here. Still going good, still happy with the lap. Maybe lost a bit of time there, went a bit wide, but not to worry. And we are going to be still up by 0.3, but unfortunately we have cut a scurry there, which, contrary to what some of you may think, will cost me quite a bit of time, as I cannot get onto the throttle as fast as I can if it's not cut. So, apologies to anyone offended there with that, but I did not cut it on my first lap, the 21.1, and I only end up 0.08 up, so that has cost me quite a bit of time there. So I was 0.4 up at the first sector of that lap, and end up that far up, so the potential to have a time in the 20s was there, but I am happy with the time. It's only a tenth off my best, which is a 20.9. in a practice session. Here we are, do have another attempt at a lap, and this is my third attempt. Got very taily, had the first chicane there, so I already know it's going to be pretty dud, but I still continue on anyway, just for the sake of it, to see exactly how dud it is. And we're already 0.6 down. I was going to keep going, but then, thank you game, and got corner cutting, but that's alright. Still got my good time there. Here we have the results of qualifying. We've got my first ever pole on any league race, as well as WRL. Full 6/10 up on Jacko, which is quite good. Another couple's front row lockout for this race. And you can see there everyone on the option tyre except for Cookie, formerly known as Snickers, and still known as Snickers, and my sector splits there. Here we are, the start of the race. I'm on pole with Jacko in second behind me, and Afro directly behind me. I'm about to start the race any minute. And 3 lights, 4, 5, and here we go. Hoping I get a good start. I used quite a bit of curves. May have shifted in the second a bit early there. That's alright. I used all my curves to try and get to the first corner for anyone, and still kicked back. And oh my god, Afro has outbraked himself there. And I still managed to make it through somehow. Get a warning for causing a collision. And we both made it through okay there, me and Afro, so a little bit of a scary moment. And we come to the second chicane here, or turn 4. We start to go through, and whoa! We've received a little bit of tap. And it's Zenith, who had a bit of an incident there. Quite a few people. We go a bit wide at the first Lesmo with a heavy fuel. But we're still out in first. It's all good. So we're at the end of the first lap and we're a second ahead of Afro, which will be very important when DRS is activated at the end of the next lap. As we want to be outside of DRS, considering there are 2 zones on this track and it will be quite hard to get away from someone if they keep getting DRS. And we're at the end of lap 6 here, where I probably should have pitted, but I decided not to. For some obscure reason, I don't know why. In hindsight, I probably should have pitted then, because now I seriously risk being undercut by Afro and Marussia behind me, even though I do have around about a 5-second gap. But I guess we'll see. So end of lap 7, and I finally pit. Heading towards the Marussia pit box at the end of the pit lane. Come on, guys. And it's a good pit stop from Marussia, which is very good. 3.1 seconds. But will it be enough to get in front of Cookie? He's coming down the front straight. No. Unfortunately, he gets in front of me there. Cuts the chicane a bit, but I'm just guessing he probably maybe braked a bit late there. So we're just gonna sit behind Cookie and be patient, see if we can get a nice clean pass. I don't want to cause any incidents or anything. Still have a bit of a gap over Afro, you can see on the map. Yeah, 1.5 second gap over Afro, so he has undercut me quite a bit there. And we get past Snickers, has a bit of a taily moment out of the second chicane. And we get the job done. So that's very good. Out into the lead again. Oh no. No. Bit of annoying, and oh, here comes Afro. Oh no. And thank God that this straight ends where it does. Otherwise I'm pretty sure Afro would have gotten past me there, and that would not have been cool. It becomes important at the end of this lap that Snickers is within a second in front of me as we pass the DRS detection zone, as Afro is within a second behind me, which means we'll both have DRS down the front straight, which will be quite interesting as to see what happens. Here we are, DRS, and I pull a little bit on Afro, so difference in setup there, but not enough. We go into the first corner, and I've got the outside around the first part, and the inside, and I've done it. I've gotten out in front, curves it away, and that is the closest that anyone gets to me again in this race. I get out into the lead after this, and Marussia catches up to Afro, and they have quite a bit of battling, which of course helps me get away quite a bit. So Afro 0.3 behind me at this point. And unfortunately he's gone wide on that Lesmo. So I'm hoping at this point put him out of DRS range. And I try to curve it away just in case he does get DRS, he doesn't catch up or anything, but there's quite a fair bit back. Here we are at the end of lap 16. And yes, I probably should be pitting at this point, but because I pitted a lap later in the first stint, I'll be pitting a lap later again than my original plan, and this also allows Marussia and Afro a bit of an undercut, but the gap was already nearly 7 seconds, so I think at this point it will be alright. My tyre wear hasn't been that bad during this race at all. And here we are, end of lap 17, and we pit again for the last time of the race, and we come out in first, so no worries there. So I'm pretty sure they have undercut me a little bit, and that six split is completely wrong. Probably because it was taken before I pitted or something, or the game's just being retarded like it likes to do. And here we are where Afro Ripper has set the fastest lap of the race. Very good job by him. I wasn't going to challenge that, or risk challenging that. I didn't want to risk crashing in the last couple of laps of the race, and I also thought that I would probably run out of fuel if I chucked it to Rich, and then I'd have to throw the fuel into lean. So we're 12.8 seconds ahead of second at this point, so I just want a nice, easy couple of laps, last couple of laps to finish off the race and make sure that I stay in first position, even if it means driving a bit slower than usual. very happy at this point. Still a bit in shock that anything can happen. And here we are, last lap of the race. That's Cookie in front of me. Who almost lapped, but I haven't. He pitted on the second last lap. Not quite sure what happened there, but here we are, and we've done it.
Absolutely brilliant. Well done, well done.
And holy cow, I've just won the Italian Grand Prix, which I did not expect to do at all. Considering all the practice races, I crashed and crashed, lost wings here and there, and I'm very happy with the drive I was able to get, not making a single fatal mistake. And yeah, so finishing first, Elmer Jacko there in second, very proud of him. Afro Ripper third in his last race of this season. And we've got Zenith in fourth, Ken in fifth, Cena in sixth, and Cookie, formerly known as Snickers, in seventh. So very happy with my drive there. And let me know what you guys think about me doing my first ever commentary. If you guys prefer that I do commentaries instead of just having the footage and some music, then I may continue to do them, as I have enjoyed making this commentary. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. And we'll now let my guy of the car, when I'm actually a girl. I wished I would have in this game a selection to select a female driver, but no, they don't. So we'll let him have his little celebration. This has been Danny Rocks, and I'll catch you on the track at Singapore. Goodbye.